Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. What's happening, Dave?
Not a lot, mate. We're just
Not a lot.
No, we're just in the hotel. Media day was yesterday, and then today, I think Ed's in New York or something. So I think they put the press conference on last night, and today the undercard fighters must just be doing milling around, really. Yeah, I've been to Talk Sport. So I've been to Talk Sport, and that's about it, actually, in terms of media commitments and stuff. Been a very quiet Thursday on Fight Week, probably the quietest Thursday ever.
I was going to say, is that nice? Although you've done this interview and a couple
nice,
of others,
yeah.
you're 2 days out and kind of got your feet up.
You know, it was good because yesterday at the press conference, I wanted to get back. So it was nice to actually be able to do them all today. It was nice to fill my media requirements. I'm a nice guy. I like to give time to the fans. Yeah.
Is Saturday night the biggest night of your career?
No, I don't think so. Lucas Brown will never be topped. That night will never be topped.
Are you saying that because of the ending? Like, I look now at the Lucas Brown ending and I get goosebumps because I was there and I remember it.
I don't think so, because...
Was Lucas Brown bigger going in?
Lucas Brown was way bigger. Lucas Brown was so much closer to... It was kind of like at the back end of me gambling like a fucking lunatic. It was well in the midst of me fucking still being fucking weirdo. Do you know what I mean? I was still bald 4 times a year with no eyebrows. I was still very much in the midst of that. And for me, for a kid from Doncaster to go and headline the biggest arena in the country in London, I will never ever forget that. I will always look back with such pride that I did it. Headlining the Copper Box against Johnny Fisher is amazing. But not the quiet feat. I don't think, personally, not the same feat for me. Yeah. We're doing it because Johnny Fish sells loads of tickets. That's why. The Lucas Brown one, I felt like I earned it a bit. I put a good run together. I kept myself out. I kept myself fucking on the straight and narrow for a good period of time. And I beat a former world champion, no matter what you say about him. That will all... When I'm dead in 500 years' time, they'll go, fucking... Young Dave Allen of 2,574, my great 74 times removed grandson will say, here, look, do the Dave Allen here in 2019 be a world champion Lucas Brown, and it'll be me. Do you know what I'm saying? So people might knock it now, but they won't in 100 years' time because they don't have a fucking clue who we are. Get me?
True.
So it will forever be bigger than this. If I beat Johnny Fisher at the weekend, amazing, but it will not top that. Just for them personal reasons to me it was big. It was massive for me.
I feel like there's been so many careers of Dave Allen, because you talk about the way you looked, having no eyebrows and that. I'm talking about 100 different looks, 100 different stages of the career, 100 different types of fighter.
Yeah.
What are we on now? Version 8 or 9?
You know what? This is the best version because I'm really content with my life. You know, I've got a family at home. I have a nice life.
Middle class now?
We're bordering middle class, yeah. Bordering there. I sent my miss out the other day, viewing an house with an ensuite. That's dreamland for me, and we're there now, so it's not really about the money, but it doesn't have to make your life a bit easier. So yeah, I'm really happy. This is the best version. I'm not saying I'm going to win Saturday. I'm not going to say I'm going to go on and win anything. I don't think I probably will win anything, really, but I'm a good fighter now. I'm at 33, a lot of experience. That experience made me a good fighter, and yeah, I'm content. Really, I'm really happy. Yeah, I think I've improved. I think I've been good. I've been in the gym consistently. I think I've improved a little bit. I'm in good shape. I'm fit and strong. So I think this is the best version. I would say this version of me would be any of the others from years ago now.
Yeah. Would it be fair to say, and I'm just basing this off something you said in the press conference yesterday, that the gym, not even just the training, but the gym environment has helped that? You made it sound like having Pat Brown around and watching someone young, hungry Pat
Brown's a pussy.
Well, I've heard all this about, forget 100 men versus a gorilla, it's who walks out of the room, Dave Allen. That's the real big question.
Do you know what? First, Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis are my friends. Do you know what I mean? Before my coaches, they're my friends. I went over with Jay in 2020. But obviously Jay was like someone I watched as a kid. He was fucking cracking fighters, and so that respect was there. And we just hit it off. Like, I don't know what it were. We hit it off. We got a good relationship. It took a bit longer with Nige. It took me about 3 years to get Nige. But they're my friends, so I enjoy going to the gym because my friends are there. You know, they're always sat on the seats in the gym. I'll always go over. Everyone else will go in and say hello. I'm there 10 minutes just having a chin wag and that, and then I'll get my stuff on. So that's amazing for me. And the respect I have him on a personal level overlaps into the coaching. I listen. I want to listen to him. I want to... Do you know what I mean? Like, with Jamie, that respect's there because of the boxing. Now he's had a lot of amateur fights. I respect that as well, but as men, I will listen to him. Then you got Pat Brown. It was not as hard as me. But, no, Pat Brown's a cracking fighter. Unbelievable fighter. He's really good, actually. And if he weren't any good, I won't mention it. He's fucking very good.
Is his hunger and intent to succeed that perhaps is helping you drive?
I've never seen a more stupid bastard in the gym. He's dancing doing the worm and that between rounds. Don't let him fool you that he's all this intense character.
Why then on his debut ring walk did he just fucking bolt to the ring? He didn't even let the song play.
He's a bit mad, like, yeah. No, I'll tell you something. He's fucking good, you know, really good. He's very, very good, actually. People won't see it till when he boxes them good kids. I've been watching him spar kids, and I thought, fucking hell, he's good him. Yeah. You got Jack Cattrall, you know, the bossiest man in the world.
Is he?
Oh, mate, he's terrible.
Is he proper bitchy, is he?
He bossed everyone about but me, because I just said, I'm not doing that. But he's a world-class fighter. We have an actual world-class elite-level fighter in the gym. So you got Pat, Jack, Conor Tudsbury. What a body that man's got. Made out of stone, isn't he? So he's just good to look at. You got Akim Fiaz, Alfie Middlemiss. Who else in the gym?
Sure, Jim.
Joe Hayden, who I train him on, he trains with us. It's great. Who else is there? Conor Walker, new addition. I hope that's it.
It's going to be awkward the next time you walk into the gym.
Akib, I mentioned Akib, Alfie. What a mix.
It's a good bunch, isn't it?
It's a great mix.
It's a quality bunch.
And do you know what? The part of the career I'm at now is my favourite bit. I enjoy being the old guy in the gym that people come up to and go, "Oh, Dave, what do you think about this?" Or, "Oh, Dave," you know what I mean? I enjoy that.
Life advice as well as boxing advice.
Yeah. Alfie Middlemiss knows about my life advice. I've saved him a few times with it. So, but this is my favourite bit because, you know, since I've been about 15, I've been an old man, me. I've always been an old guy. In the 15-year-old, I was an old guy. Boring, but a sensible man at times with certain things. So this is the favourite part of my career. Yeah, I'm the old guy in the gym, and you know you got kids in the gym that are way better than me, like Pat and other young kids that come through. They're way better than me, but it's nice to be able to go, oh, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Or I did this, or you probably shouldn't do that, or yeah, don't do that. If you're gonna do that, fucking make sure you know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't you?
I do.
So.
I do.
It's I love it. Yeah, I enjoy going to the gym. I hate being away from home. I live in Manchester 4 days a week. It's not ideal, but I wouldn't do it anywhere else. Yeah, so the gym, I'd say it plays a big factor, but I'm my own man. Me, like I do my own thing, so it plays a big role in it because it allows me to say, you know what, I'm going to train hard today because I want to. Yeah.
Can we talk about that sensible old man that you talk about? Yeah. You say old, not old, but you did call yourself a sensible old man. I'm going to have to try and get this in focus.
Yeah.
Can I get that in focus? Can you hold that so I can get it in focus?
Yeah, that's a bit childish, yeah.
Show that to the... Can we get it in focus? There we go, just about.
You know what, that's just me having a laugh, you know. And the thing is, Johnny Fisher, yeah, he's not my friend this week. I'm his friend, though. I'm still his friend. But he's not. How
did he take that yesterday? Because I didn't see.
You know what? I think
because it looks like he's looking around and he's like,
inside, yeah, he will find that funny. I know he will. Inside, yeah, he's laughing. On the outside, he was like, "What are you doing?"
Did you get that from the whole press conference yesterday? That he was quite stern.
Johnny Fisher, right? He can do and say what he wants. He's my mate. If Johnny Fisher beats me Saturday, I'll be the first one to go over and say, "Well done, mate. Well done," and go on to bigger and better things, and I hope you achieve. And if I win, I'll be the first guy to go over and put my arm around him and say, "Look, you can come back. You can do whatever you fucking want." He's a very smart, talented kid in lots of other ways than boxing. So I'm not going to play. I went to Talksport earlier, and they were dying for me to say something about him, bad about him or his dad, but I don't really want to. His dad's always sound with me. Johnny's my mate, so. Yeah, like
do you think he thinks you're playing a game? Because if you watch some of the Matchroom content, you almost half admit that you were playing a game first time round. It was quite it was intriguing to watch you sit opposite Johnny and tell him you played a game and you played him in the first fight. And him having to sit there and listen. Is he wary of you doing that again?
Yeah, probably. That's why we've not seen much of him all week. But I'm smarter than you think, you know. But
I know you're smart.
But let me tell you something. I do like Johnny Fisher. I'll tell you, Johnny Fisher, I do like you. And I promise you, I really do promise you. He knows I like him. We've been friends anyway. I remember when I watched Fraser Clark. He was the first guy in the hotel to come over and shake my hand and ask me if I was all right. And I was wearing a Johnny Fisher top. It's genuine. He knows we're genuinely friends. He knows that anyway. He knows we're not friends because I don't see him enough, but we're mates. He knows that anyway. But, and I would never lie about it. If I didn't like him, I don't like him. I would never say anything horrible anyway. But if I didn't like him, I'd tell you. But in terms of playing games, saying I like him's not playing the game because he's going to punch me at him regardless whether he likes me or not. And sometimes, it's like me and Pat, you know when someone actually is your mate and you're a bit like big brother, little brother, you want to smash each other's head even more. So, the only games I will play in the first time, I won't say I'm playing games out of the ring, not massively out of the ring, more in the ring. I don't think I said I didn't really do or say anything for the last fight. I don't think I said it or did anything.
When I say play a game, more that perhaps maybe it's him falling into the trap of believing that you can enter the ring and not be
that's
enemies.
Bullshit. No, because
the
first round I tried to knock him in off. I complained about a low blow and he went for me. Didn't he? Did you remember the first round? I complained about a low blow. I looked at the ref. He came fucking flying in with the right hand.
Bombs, yeah.
So I've been around the block a million times. That's bullshit.
Hence why you're calling break and then.
Yeah, I can do shit like that. Yeah, but that is playing games. That's in the ring. But outside the ring, I'm not gonna lie. Why would I lie? I got nothing to. If I didn't like him, I'd fucking say I didn't like him. I wouldn't actually. I definitely wouldn't say I do like him. I do like him. And now I'm sat here on the fucking defence. Yeah.
Sat here defending your relationship with him after.
No. Yeah, so he's sound. And like I just said, the measure of it is if he beats me, I'll be the first guy over there to congratulate him. And that's that. I would be happy for him. Like I was the first time.
You said you think that he needs, or for him, this fight is better off further down the line, perhaps a few more camps under his belt, but he's adamant that them rounds you shared in Riyadh, that's enough to kind of have banked and go into this fight.
Yeah, I thought after the first fight, I thought he should have a few more before we boxed again. I wasn't overly keen on boxing him again, really. Not really for me, but initially after the fight, I thought, I don't really want to box him again. I didn't think it was the right fight for him. I thought we could both go our separate ways, but then when money got mentioned and a few other things got said, I thought, fuck it, and then if they want to do it, we'll do it, because it's the best fight for me.
Did the backlash really help in this whole thing?
I guess so. Well, you know what? It wasn't anything to do with me. I had no say in it. I've got no pull whatsoever. I was just sat waiting. And if Johnny didn't box me, I'd have been on that Donny show next week, probably doing a 6-rounder. So I was just waiting and seeing, really. I was just waiting. That's all I could do. I went to Catchall Barboza. I was there fight week, and we didn't think it was going to happen around that time. I remember for a few weeks, I was speaking to GBM about going on the Donny show because the Fisher fight wasn't on. So yeah, I'm glad it's happening. It's the biggest fight for me. It's the most money, and realistically, at the minute, big fights and big money are everything. So I'm glad, yeah.
What did you actually make of the backlash? I guess you could sit and kind of watch it from afar because there were people saying that you should have got given the fight.
Yeah.
Gareth Davis and Spencer Oliver on TalkSport, and then Big John saying that he wasn't happy about the way they kind of commentated over the decision.
You know what? Backlash is hard to take when you're not used to it.
Did you feel for Johnny?
What I say I felt for him? Not really. They're doing the world of good. Doing the world of good. I remember the first time someone messaged me on a private message, I think it was around the time I watched Dylan White. Something like, you fucking useless cunt. And I fucking messaged him. I said, who the fuck are you? I said, where the fuck are you now? I said, where the fuck are you? Do you know what I mean? And
I hope that random guy that offered you out fucking 12 years ago is watching this.
He called me a useless cunt or something like that. And I said, who the fuck are you talking to? I said, where are you now? Do you know what I mean? What an idiot. But do you know how weird it is to get someone like slagging you off for no reason as an adult? Mad, innit? I couldn't believe it. I thought, who the fuck is he talking to? And the initial 3 or 4 month period of people messaging me just to call me a prick or shit and that. I thought,
only because you're in the limelight as well.
No, but
if you worked in an office and you didn't do your job very well,
that would never happen.
Yeah, no one's messaging you and going, "Oh, you're a prick."
But you know what I'm saying? When it's brand new, you're like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are you? And that's what's happened to them. Everything's gone so well in his career. That first bit of backlash he had, but he's in the public eye. I just lost to Dylan White. No one knew who I were. So I could private message people asking them for a scrap, and no one cared. Do you know what I mean? So different for them. They're on TalkSport, this and that. They're getting pulled this way and that way. I understood what they were doing because no one wants to be talked badly about, and they're not used to it. That's all it was. I didn't think anyone in the situation really did anything wrong. Didn't think Davis and Oliver did out bad. They called it how they saw it, and they fucking went ballistic about it, which is fine as well because that bit of random people like talking shit is the most confusing thing in the world when it first happens. Do you know what I mean? But you understand, don't you?
I do, but I guess in the boxing world, Gareth Davis and Spencer Oliver aren't random people. It's not like there's... I can understand why you would be like, oh, this guy on Instagram keep messaging me saying, you're shit, Dave won the fight by 3 rounds. But I can understand that.
That's mad that when that happens.
But
confuses you. I got a message earlier, confused life out of me. Just put Eye of the Tiger, Dave. Thought, what? What do you mean? I was so confused when I saw it. I thought, what the fuck's on about Eye of the Tiger? But who gives a fuck, really? I've just seen heavyweight predictions for Matchroom for our fight. And I think one of them picked me to win. The other, I don't dislike the other 8. Who's bothered?
Who were the heavyweight predictions?
All Joshua, Fury. Tyson Fury put, I'm not bothered, I only care about me. I thought, fucking hell, Tyson, I'll bite you to the fucking end. Could have at least just said me. But
he actually gave a longer answer than just saying Dave Allen.
Yeah, he put, I don't care. And I thought, fucking hell, Tyson. Wardley, Riatport, Okoli. And do you know what? They all picked Johnny Fisher to win. I think, all right, nice one.
Would you expect that from them?
I'm not bothered. If that's
Who picked you again, did you say?
Moses Tama. Okay. But I'm not bothered. They think he's going to win. All right. And they have every right to think that. They're all rated above me. They're welcome to their opinion. And maybe they're right. But that's how I'm as a person, me, like, especially now at 33, I'm not bothered. You might be right, you might be wrong. I give my opinion on everything. So you have to be ready for the same in return. So yeah. Let people say what they want to say. But sometimes, like we've seen with Big John, he's gone back at him and that happened. So they've got to be ready for the backlash of what he comes back with as well.
How much are you going to enjoy being public enemy number 1 when it comes to fight like that?
I don't think I will be.
To Johnny's lot.
Do you think they'll boo me?
Yeah.
You think they'll boo me?
Mm. And I said this to you actually when I saw you at your call. Yeah. It's not because of you. It's because you're fighting Johnny.
I'm not sure, you know.
They would. I think they would boo a national hero into the ring. They'd boo anyone into that ring.
I'm not sure, you know. I'm not sure. I'm looking forward to it though. It's a new experience. It'd be a new experience for me. Be rammed out. And like I said the other day, I'm boxing someone like I have a lot of time for. I do have a lot of time for him. We're making each other a lot of money, giving each other the winner. The winner's going to make even more money and have even better opportunities. So I can't be mad at anyone. I'm living the dream this week. I don't really. Usually by this point, I'm like a bit of nerves, and I don't have any nerves at all. I feel like I'm in the most privileged position ever. So yeah. If they do, hopefully they do boo me. It'd be nice. Yeah, it'd be funny. I'd like that.
Have you had any conversations with Eddie this week? Just kind of off the cuff combos, any chats or?
Just a low and that. That's it. I've got a lot of time for Ed. I spoke to the interview I did previously. Like with Ed, Ed's all right, up and down.
I brought him into the launch press conference, and he kind of said his bit. And
yeah, we've had moments where I've not liked him a little bit. Not that I disliked him. But I've had moments where I thought, you fucker. And I've had moments where he's rung me a few times when he didn't need to, and he's helped me out a little bit when he didn't need to. So overall, a lot of people close to me dislike him because.
Why do you think that is?
Because they feel he's done me wrong a few times, which he did. But they're probably not privy to things like he's phoned me on a few occasions when he didn't need to. I asked him to call me about 3 years ago. He wasn't even boxing related. I needed some advice on something, and he called me straight away. Things like that. Things like and other things as well. So overall, I have a lot of love for him. Are we mates? Probably not, because he's too fucking busy. But I think we have a. I think he admires me a little bit. I think he knows. I think when he first met me, he thought I was a kid who was just a fucking little bit of a little shitty, rough, shitty kid. And I think he realised over time I was actually quite a smart fella. and I've done a fucking good job. And I think he's probably a little bit proud of me that I've done all right.
Would you make of the way that Chris Eubank was towards him?
Yeah, I can understand that as well. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, Eddie does. Yeah, good and bad. Yeah, I can see why people wouldn't like him. He's under a lot of stick at the minute from a lot of boxing fans, I think. But I can only speak from my personal experience, and it's been up and down. But overall, good. Yeah.
All right, Dave, I really appreciate your time. I know you put this on Instagram, so you might as well do it on here too. You said about, whilst you got the limelight this week, giving a platform to some of your stable as well.
We've got 2 next week. Friday, we've got Joe Hayden. He's in an 8-rounder, Lewis Booth. Lewis Booth's a good fighter. I've known Lewis since we were kids. We used to box amateurs together. Now he's fighting Joe, so it's mad how little
It's a small world, isn't it?
Yeah,
very small world.
Just a good fight. Lewis, former area champion. Joe, a kid I think it's going to go pretty far. But he needs to beat Lewis in order for that to happen. It's a good fight. It's a tough fight. Then we've got Stevie Levy fighting Ellie Helliwell in a Commonwealth title eliminator on the Terry Harper undercard. That's a very good fight. Ellie Helliwell's a very good fighter, 6-0. Hopefully Stevie's experience can see her over the line. 13th of June, I have Joe Howarth in his 14th pro fight. He was last seen on the Matchroom card with Dalton Smith on that undercard. Sam Lightfoot has a debut on that bill as well. She's from Sheffield. Good little fighter. And Calvin Moyo's down here fight week, having a few beers, lifting a few weights, living life.
Lifting a few spirits.
He'll box sometime in 2027. Yeah.
Is there, and this is going to sound ridiculous because you're about to fly into a big fight, headline DAZN. Do you wish you were fighting on that Doncaster card a little bit?
Yeah,
like, just say it was.
Yeah, definitely.
Just say it was. I don't know, 3 months after, and despite whatever happens on Saturday, you could have just had.
You know what?
Just a little fight to.
It got to a point where the Johnny Fisher fight, like it would look like it could happen, it could not happen. I was thinking, fuck me, Johnny, box on fucker else in May. Box on Dumpling in May. Let me box in Johnny and
Let me box a Dumpling in May as well, and then we'll meet after.
Box in September. That's what I was hoping for. But hopefully they'll do it again next year, and we can. I can box in Doncaster. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna box on 35. I've got like 22 months left. I want to box in Doncaster, Newcastle, America, and I will do all them 3 things. If I beat Johnny Fisher, I might do
Newcastle. Out of interest.
I love Newcastle, the best place I've ever boxed. But I want to do them 3 things. If I beat Johnny Fisher, I might go on a very big card in one of them 3 places. If not, I might do a 4-rounder there. So we'll have to see. But I'm just loving life. And
but you beat Johnny Fisher. The fight in America could be something
anybody.
really interesting.
Yeah. So I'm content.
Eyeing up Canelo Crawford date.
Eyeing up the winner. I could box the winner. The winner might box me at heavyweight, actually, to be fair. They probably fancy
Who would win, you or Canelo?
Fucking hell. Let's avoid that one.